start off by only doing the top portion of your face with your favorite foundation. I do suggest a fuller coverage foundation. I am using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, as I don't like to wear it all day. I do like to wear it if I really need full coverage. Then just proceed to do your brows as normal. I am going to walk you through the makeup, but then we're going to get into the fun part. The first color I'm going to put in my crease is Factory from the Naked 3 palette. I'm just going to work that on the outer corner where I want it darkest, and then I'm going to just blend. Now I'm taking a Black Heart again from the Naked 3. I'm taking that on a smaller brush because I want this more precise. Then I'm just going in and blending everything out, and I'm placing Burnout all over the lid, and then I'm just taking a little bit of dust and putting that right on top. Now you want to do your lashes and everything, your liner and all that as normal. So now for the fun part, we're going to do the Halloween theatrical makeup. What I'm doing first is making a line where I want the mask to be, and then we're just going to simply fill it in with white face paint, as you can see there. Now I really want to have some depth and dimension to this look. I just don't want it to look like it's just kind of slapped on there. So I'm taking a mixture of black and white and making this light gray color, and with a damp sponge I'm just going to blend that all out. As you can see, it gives a little bit more dimension and depth when you look straight on at the camera. And I didn't really know what to do with the lips, so I just went ahead and that's why it's called a Glamour skull, because it's just, the teeth aren't showing, it isn't crazy, but it's just a really good take on, you get it. You get what I'm trying to say. So what I'm doing is with the black paint, you can use eyeliner, you can use whatever you have. I'm very exaggerating the lips. I'm making them look, well, you see, very exaggerated. And then I'm going to go from the side of the mouth, and I'm going to make a stitch line. This is where our stitches are going to be, and I'm going to guide you through how to make them. For me personally, I made my black lines a tad bit larger because I am going to be highlighting the stitches. Now that is completely optional, but here's what you do. You just take your thin brush, you dip it in the black paint, and you just start making lines. It is completely optional what pattern you want to do or anything, but this is how I personally wanted to do it. So I did just a little bit of regular lines, and then I did some X's, and you can go in and make your lines more crisp later on. So don't worry too much about that. You can go in and make those more crisp. So like I said, all we're doing is the stitches, and I am making the black lines a bit fatter, and you'll see why in a minute. Now I'm taking the gray paint once again, and I am just going in with a very thin line, and I'm highlighting these stitches. This again is completely optional, but I really wanted this to look as realistic as possible without using any scar putty or spirit gum or anything crazy like that. I just really wanted this to look very, very realistic. Now what I'm doing is taking black eyeshadow. I'm putting this at the end of each stitch, and the reason for that is it's going to look like entry points. You want this to look as realistic as possible. You want to make it very, very, very black, so it looks like it is protruding into the skin. Now we're going in with a grayish brown shadow, and we are going in between each individual stitch and highlighting. What this is doing is giving the effect that it is risen up, and I don't know, it just gives a really cool effect. So if you again want it to look realistic, then you just go ahead and highlight. I did highlight each X, I did highlight in between each stitch, but there's a thin line between going overboard and making it look real. In any sugar skull, it's a very, very, very thin line. You can do one too many squiggles and it just doesn't look right. So just know when to stop. Don't go overboard. Don't put too much exaggeration in any one spot. Now what I'm doing is taking some eyelash glue, and I'm taking it on a cotton bud, and I'm just putting that in dots, as you can see. And I'm just taking rhinestones. This is going to be the top of your mask, and I just thought I gave it a little more something. I really didn't want any color except for on the lips. I wanted this to be very black and white, as you can see, well, and gray. So now I'm doing the flower. I didn't think I was going to be very good at this part, but it turned out okay. What I'm doing is taking gray, and I did highlight the flower and everything like that, but again, that's totally optional, and I didn't know if you guys wanted to see all of that, so I didn't put it in here. But all I'm doing is taking the gray, and I did the center of the flower. Now I'm just making the petals. You can literally, it was so simple to do. I didn't decide to do a rose, I just did whatever came to mind. But all I'm doing is making the petals. It's super simple. You can just watch and see. And then I just kind of highlighted and shaded and everything like that until I was happy with the flower. That your heart desires, but I just decided to do one that covered almost the entire nose and went down. The reason you're doing this is it gives the illusion that it is sunken in, like it's disappeared. So you can just watch and see how I did mine, and you can do yours any way that you want to do. So as you can see, it's all colored in. Now I'm taking candy Yum Yum and filling in the lips, making them ombre, and this is your final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time.